guys, welcome back to Open Up with me, Angel B. And today I have another incredible artist. Born in the Bay Area, blending her African American and Japanese heritage into a sound that fuses R&B, pop, and hip hop. Chizuko is more than a singer. She's a pianist, vocal producer, dancer, educator, and a founder of a movement. From collaborating with major artists like Kehlani, Coldplay, to having her music featured on hit shows like Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, and Love and Hip Hop Miami, to creating opportunities for underserved communities through her initiative, Chai to the Streets. Her journey is layered, intentional, and deeply inspiring. So today we're going to open up about identity, discipline, faith, and what it really takes to sustain a 14-year career in the entertainment.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you. That was a nice intro. I like the intro.
Yeah.
You really did it really well.
Thank you. I was like, yes, I got to always do right by my amazing guests.
Yes.
Okay,
Period.
so first thing first, we're going to take a shot to
Oh,
open
yeah.
up.
Shot. Okay.
So let's do it.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh.
I always say, keep your
Wow.
water because it's a little spicy.
Wow, that's going to clean my whole gut.
All right. I love it.
Wow.
I love some ginger shot.
See, y'all didn't know that, huh? Y'all thought it was a regular shot. It wasn't.
We're
Anyway,
healthy.
we're healthy.
Okay. So tell us, which song would describe your life right now?
Ooh, like any song?
Any song.
Any song?
Your life theme at the moment.
My life theme of the moment? Probably... Hold on, I'm finding it. You know what? My song, Prototype, just released, my single. That describes my song. My life at the moment.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
Go stream.
Go stream.
Go check it out so you know what's going on.
Right.
I love it. Okay, tell us about your childhood in the Bay Area.
Ooh, my childhood. It was really fun. It was so fun. I feel like the Bay Area was like really fun back in the day when I was a kid. I will say there was like some challenges growing up. But I'll start with the good stuff. I feel like growing up in my childhood, there was tons of, I've always been doing this like music, dancing. I've always been entertained by the arts. I was actually like a professional cheerleader growing up.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like competitive, very like hardcore cheer, bring it on to the max. And just had really fond memories of just like being with like my family and friends. And I was also like a big church kid. I was always like in church in the Bay. So I feel like definitely just was very well-rounded. But one thing I will say was there was also struggles with me being Black and Japanese. So sometimes I would get bullied and like oftentimes like picked on because kids just like did not understand me. And so I think there was like some challenges like with my identity growing up, but like overall I feel like I remember my childhood just being like full of like curiosity and like life and just exploring.
But it's funny because that's one of my questions. Like, your African American Japanese heritage is powerful and
Thank
unique.
you.
But growing up, did you ever struggle with belonging?
Wow. And it's so crazy because like I feel like I wasn't enough for, I don't want to say both communities in a way, because I feel like on my Asian side I definitely wasn't like Asian enough for them, but then like on my Black side it was kind of more like when they would like crack little jokes or whatever, right? I feel like they just didn't really understand that I am actually both. And even with kids at school, I feel like they didn't understand completely that just because somebody is Black and mixed with something, it's not always white or Hispanic. I feel like in California, if you're Black and you're mixed, you're either like white or Hispanic. Like it's either one of those two, So I think to have somebody that was Black and Japanese, it was just really hard for them to wrap their head around that, or they'd make fun of my food. So my obachan or my mom, they would always make, like the classic, some bomb fried rice, a lot of good authentic Japanese food growing up in my household. So I'd come to school with like all my Japanese food, and they'd be like, what is that? Like, that smells weird. Or like, oh, like that looks weird. Like, why are you eating that? Like, you're not even like, they couldn't understand that this is actually where I come from. Like, I'm not, why would I be 6 years old bringing this real authentic food? And even like growing up, there were some things that I only knew in Japanese, and then there were some things I didn't know in English. So I didn't know seaweed was seaweed. So in my house, we say nori. That's the word. I didn't know grandma was grandma. I thought everybody's grandma was like obachan. So I grew up saying obachan. That's what I would say. Yeah. So when people would start saying like granny or grandma, or like, oh yeah, my mom, like I was just like, who is that? Like, I don't know who that is. So it was definitely like just challenging a little bit.
I love some Japanese food.
Yes, me too.
When I was in Japan, I would be eating the rice bowl.
So good, yeah.
They eat as a snack, and I love it. You just stop in the store, like just grab a snack.
It's so good. The masubis, like I love my culture. I love the food.
And who is Japanese and who is black?
So my dad is black, and then my mom is black and Japanese, and my obachan's full Japanese. And so she's actually, me and my mom are Japanese American, but my obachan and my aunt, they're actually like from Japan. So I'm second generation Japanese American. That's amazing. It's crazy.
We love Japan.
Yeah, me too. yes.
Did your family always support your path in the entertainment, or was there a resistance?
Yeah, I would say they were genuinely like really supportive. I really looked out on that. They just never let me get away with being less than great, though. So they were like, if you want to do this, there's going to be sacrifices, there's going to be things. So I wasn't really like allowed to go to parties. I didn't grow up going to like parties or tons of sleepovers. I was always like rehearsing, or I was always practicing. I expressed very early on that this is what I was interested in doing. And I think my parents were very supportive, but they did not let me be anything less than the best I could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were very like, okay, if this is what you want to do, then we'll do it. But the moment we kind of see any moments of you not like slacking or whatever, like everything's off the table and like we're not supporting. So it was very like, it's a very interesting situation, because I feel like most parents kind of like be like, okay, you right. But I think especially my mom, my dad was kind of more on the, you can figure it out. But I think even then, like, they're very like hard on us, like on anything that we do, me and my siblings, like anything that we do has to be,
but that's good,
bar raised.
But it's good. I feel, especially with entertainment and sports,
yes,
when you have parents that is like on your ass, like it's where you see the greatest.
And like, it's funny because my mom, actually, the first time I told her, like, for real, she didn't actually let me start doing lessons or anything like that until I really proved to her that I was serious. And so I spent like 3 months. I think it was like one summer. I must have been like 8 or 9, something like that. I woke up every day at like 10 a.m. and I brought out, do you remember Hannah Montana? I brought out the Hannah Montana karaoke thing on YouTube or whatever. I would sing in the living room like every day at 10 a.m. at like 8 or 9 years old. I would sing every day, wake up for like 2 hours, like 2 or 3 hours, or maybe sometimes all day. And it was like for summer. And I just remember every day of the week I was getting up singing, and I just was so keen on like proving to my mom. I was like, I'm so serious. And she was like, why is this 8-year-old every day in the kitchen like singing and dancing and like really trying to figure it out? So that was also a push. Is, like I said, if they did not see that I really wanted to do it, they weren't gonna support. So
because it's a lot of investment,
for sure.
People don't have no idea.
Yes,
I always say
crazy.
It's one of the most expensive careers.
Oh my gosh,
is music.
You guys,
You
it's
guys have no
so
idea.
expensive. It's so
Yeah.
expensive, and thank God.
Yeah. Now with
Thank God.
technology, kind of helped a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because we nowadays you can have equipment, good equipment, and
Yeah.
record at the house.
Mm-hmm.
But back in the day, it's like
Oh my gosh, right. Before I even knew how to record myself, I would have to pay someone and go to get my
Studio.
songs recorded and all this different stuff. Like, I totally agree. Super expensive.
and we don't know when it comes back the
Yeah,
return when
uh-huh.
the investment returns come.
Right.
You have no idea.
I always feel when it comes to this career path that the beginning expenses are so much, but when you make it, the return is almost immediate.
Yeah.
You know, what we spend maybe as up and coming artists in a year, you could probably make back in one night as a made, you know, as
Yeah.
a artist who actually made it in a really far reach. So it's just one of those investments where it's like, okay, I spend a year, you know, spending this amount, but I know when I actually get to the point where I know I'm called and God has called me, I can make this all back in one
Yeah.
night, one tour.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Like you spend your lifetime.
Right? You spend your whole lifetime doing this, and then you make all the money back in an hour.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's been like that
It's
sometimes.
really like that.
That's for
You
real.
know?
So what sacrifice do you have made that people don't see?
I would say I think one of the biggest sacrifices, honestly, I've made really the entire point of my career is, I would say, giving up certain parts of what I guess normal girls would experience through their youth, or even their, like, you know, I'm in my 20s right now, and so many of my friends really want to, like, always date or party or, like, do all these things, and I have to stay focused right now, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's just, like, managing, like, I know I'm in my 20s, and I want to enjoy my life.
She's a baby.
But I know,
The
like,
twins.
yes, I am. Like, I know I'm here. I know I'm here. But at the same time, I have really big goals. I've always had really big dreams. And so I want, you know, not only me to see that, but I want God to see that, so that way, you know, more blessings can come to me, and I can help, like what you said, help other people, inspire other people. So it's just that, like, sacrifice of, okay, I could be partying every weekend, and I could be with my friends, and, like, we could, and I love them. I love them. I love my friends. But I do know that it's just, I don't live that life of, you know, like, always dating or going on dates. And yeah, I guess I don't live like the normal, like, girl in her 20s lifestyle.
But you're not going to
you know?
regret.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Because when you're doing what you love,
Yeah.
it's like you're not wasting time
Time,
with the
yeah.
wrong guys. Because I tell you, when you waste time with the wrong guys,
Yeah.
I spent my 20s I was doing my stuff.
Yeah.
But I really got distracted with
Yeah.
the wrong person. And that
Yeah.
it takes your years.
That's, you know, I tried, like, I want to say, like, one or two, like, solid relationships. And I just was like, whoa, like, I felt myself. It really distracts you. Not all the time. Like, some relationships really, like, help grow people,
Yeah.
but everything that I've like experienced, I really felt God be like, no, this is your single season, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And you're building your life right now, and this is where I want you. So we're just gonna stay here. And, you know, when I call you to go and
Meet your
find someone,
husband.
yeah, then that will be that. But right now, I don't think that's my time.
We create from our,
Yeah.
you know, our heart. If we're not okay, it's really bad.
Yeah. Yes.
Like,
yes.
it's really
Yes.
bad, like, to do stuff
Yeah.
when you have a broken heart. So,
Man.
it's,
Whoa.
yeah,
So
we don't
hard.
need that. We need
So hard.
people that will inspire
Yes.
you to do. That's why we just gotta wait the right.
Yeah. Because being a music artist or just being a creative, it takes everything out of us. Not only because we can't just play artist. You know, we're the marketing guru on the side, and then we're also the stylist, and then we're also, especially us as women, like, the bar, too. I feel like the bar is just like, you know, the way we show up when we perform is like, is your outfit really together? Is your makeup together? Is your hair? Yes, everything. And it's like, oh my gosh, I can't just come in like a regular, you know, especially when you're, I feel that there is still some work that needs to be done when it comes to like feminism in music. But for where we're at right now, I still feel like the bar is just for women is crazy.
Yeah.
It's almost unreal sometimes. I look at like Photoshop and like different pictures of people and I'm like, I know that's not what they look like all the time. And, you know, we all use Photoshop, but it's more so like, wow, like it's just like these expectations are crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Another topic.
Yeah. But we're doing it.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Do you believe your gift is a talent or is a calling?
Ooh. I think it's both, but I'll explain why. So I do feel like there is a separation between like gifts or calling or purposes. I think obviously my purpose and calling in this life is to love on people, spread God's love, and I guess be a light. But I know that my gifting is music. I'm gifted in that, you know? And so I think I can still always operate in my purpose and my calling through me talking, me being who I am, not always singing, right? Like, I think I use my gift to help spread my purpose, but I think my purpose is a much bigger than just giftings God gives you. I think it's bigger than that, right? So I do feel that it is a mix of both where my gifting is tied in with my purpose and in my calling, but it's not the entirety of it. Like, I don't think, you know, like God just put me on earth and was like, okay, all she's supposed to do is sing. Bye. You know, it's like, oh no, she has personality. You know, her personality can help reach people that maybe other personalities can't. Right. So I definitely think that, gifting and callings are separate, but they can work together. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yes. These are really good questions, by the way. You're like really good. Did you make like, how'd you come up with all these questions? Like, you're so good at it.
It's just like, because I want the show to be about deep conversation.
Yeah, it is deep.
You know, I want people to really know you and everybody that comes here. Because I could have just asked about the highlights. Like, what's the fancy life? Yeah. You know? But I wanted people to connect with everybody that comes here. And
Okay. No, it's great.
And then I use your guys' bio. I read and I'm like, okay.
Like, this is like good parts. This is the parts that I want to like showcase. Really smart. Yeah.
And as a vocalist and vocal producer, what do you think most artists misunderstand about their voices?
Oh, I have a good one. I think comparison should be canceled. I see a lot of, musicians in general, especially maybe ones that are coming up or just kind of have doubt and uncertainty when it comes to their own voice. But everybody's different. Everybody sounds different. Everybody's gifts are very different. And if I'm over here comparing my gift to yours, that's kind of like a slap in the face to God too. Like, can you imagine, like, God gives you this gift and then you're like, it's not good enough for me. I don't want it. It's like, why would you say that? Yeah. You know, like, your gift is completely your own. Your voice is completely your own. It does not have to sound like anybody else. It doesn't have to be like anybody else. Even if people always want that from you or want a certain tonality from you. And I've even dealt with that too, of like, sometimes I'll be in the studio and I'll be like, dang, I can't do that riff like that girl. Like, I can't sound like her. So I think one of the biggest things I noticed is like a lot of people sometimes tend to compare gifts, whether it's the musician or it's the listeners. They'll compare people's gifts and be like, oh, that's not real R&B because this artist sounds like this. And I'm like, why? You can't do that
Yeah.
when everybody's different.
Or when fans start competing.
Yeah, that doesn't know.
Oh, this is bad. I'm like, we're two different artists.
Two different artists.
Like, you know.
Man, and that's one thing, that's like the downside of the industry is this comparative aspect, you know. I think there's healthy competition, of course, and then there's just downright evil comparison where when you're comparing two different people, two different creations from two different backgrounds, two different body size, like it's just like, this is your own race, always.
Yeah, it's you against you.
Always, yeah, you against you, and we're all blessed to be here and to be alive and to be healthy. And I hate to see like artists or like vocalists just not loving their gift.
Yeah.
Like that, when it's obviously clearly there, you know. Yeah.
But I don't know if we all been there, but I've been there before.
Yeah.
Like annoyed, like I would like, oh, it's so annoying, my voice, I don't like,
Yeah.
you know, like some tones or producers wanted me to sing a certain way. And I'm like, I don't want to go that high because I don't like, it's annoying. He's like, yo, that's where your voice is.
Right.
Just trust. And so I had to learn how to love all the aspects of like the range and everything.
Yeah, because and it's so funny, I used to like always get so scared when I would crack in the studio or when I would crack on stage, and now it's one of those things where I just remember I'm human, and it kind of is a nice moment for me. You know, not all cracks I love. Like sometimes it is annoying when I'm performing and I hear a little whatever, but 9 times out of 10, it's a lot bigger in my head than what it is.
Oh, yeah.
And I think when you are really in your own, you know, personhood and your own vibe, nobody is thinking like, oh, that crack messed up the whole thing.
But we think, right?
But we think
when
that.
We mess
it's like,
up,
it's fine. It's okay.
No, but we are capable to mess up in our heads a whole performance because of one mistake. I've been like that.
Yeah, me too.
Because then you messed up. Now I'm in my head the whole song.
The whole song.
And they didn't even realize that happened. And I'm like, oh my God, you fuck it up.
Yeah.
And like now your vibe is just like
it's all gone.
Off.
And that's something where we're all, we're really hard on ourselves. I'm really hard on myself. I know that. That's something that I'm working on currently, is having more grace because we're not robots. But even when your voice cracks, that's your voice cracking and you're still cool.
Yes.
Because, I'm human and sometimes stuff happens with my voice and it may not always work the way I think, but it's your voice. And I think that what makes it cool is you. Mm-hmm. That's what makes your voice cool. That's what makes your gift cool, is you.
Exactly.
You know?
Let me interrupt the episode real quick to talk to you guys about something serious. Before you drop that new single or that merch logo, ask yourself, is that name really yours? Artist Guard lets you search trademark database in the US, EU, UK, and Canada in seconds. To make sure that your stage name or your brand can actually be used by you, or not gonna drag you into legal troubles and cost you a lot of money. It's free to search, it's built for independent artists, and there's a lot of useful tools in the different plans. So go to artistguard.net and protect your brand today. Has your faith ever been tested in the industry?
Yes. 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 Oh my goodness. Totally. I've been through so much. A lot of heartbreak in music for me. I've been through a lot of heartbreak. I've been through a lot of experiences where I've had to really believe that God has a better plan for me. And sometimes it gets lonely, you know, because you want to protect yourself and other people involved, and you don't know how to necessarily go about that. Get therapy. Okay. I've been in therapy for like 3 years. This is my 3rd year going on straight. Has completely changed my life. And so, but one thing I will say is like, being in the industry has tested my faith, especially when it comes to when people tell me to do things that I'm not comfortable with. I've had really big opportunities I've had to shut down because some things that they had offered me and wanted me to do in order for that opportunity was just something that was out of alignment with what I believe in, with what I want for myself, and even was something I would never recommend anybody. And that's kind of how I know when like it's
when
like
it's not from God.
Yes, because if it's something that I would never let or want my friends to do, right? Because sometimes you just look at ourselves and be like, okay, like that's fine. Like some people, they can hurt me, I guess, but don't hurt the people I love. It's like I've had to learn how to look at myself as that person that I love and be like, okay, would you really want that for your friends? And would you want that for you? No, you wouldn't. So that's where a lot of my faith has been tested, is turning down big opportunities when over things I'm just not comfortable with. And yeah, it sucks. Ugh,
Yeah,
it's
but
uncomfortable.
but the right yes, yes is will come in. When things get quiet, no bookings, no calls, what keeps you grounded?
God. I know I've said God so many times in this podcast.
Oh no, yeah, this is a God podcast.
Okay, good, yeah. And I'm not ashamed. I really, I spend my mornings with God. I spend my nights with God. I'm avidly, journaling, reading my Bible, and I'm always praying. And I think for me, just having that relationship with the Creator and understanding that, see, the way it's easy for me to look at things just through a tunnel vision. I can easily see just what's in front of me. But with God, He pushes you to see things that are not there, right? And so with relationships with your spirituality and with God, it really makes you gain perspective. And I think that's the biggest, when you have perspective, like I'm not just talking perspective of, okay, this is just my reality, this is a situation. No, I'm talking real, perspective, real holy perspective that says, okay, I know this is what my situation looks like now, but God is working. So I'm being talked about in rooms that I may not even know about right now. I know I may be presented opportunities that He's working on right now, but I have to do my part and stay diligent and stay consistent and stay focused. Real perspective will change your life. And
Amen.
I think that is something where whenever I feel like there's quiet seasons, it's not quiet on God's end.
Yeah.
Just remember, whenever something's quiet on your end, it never means that it's quiet on God's end.
Oh no, it's just you.
It's just and it's probably there's something that He wants you to learn or to work through. So I just pray and I'm be like, okay, this is a season where it's quiet. I don't get a lot of them now. Before I used to, but now that I don't get a lot of them, I always take that time to reflect and be like, okay, maybe you want to teach me something in this season.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something I need to work through. Maybe there's some habits that I need to change. Because, for instance, I hate to put myself on blast like this, but I will because it's a pod. I really, really am bad at my laundry. I know this is so funny. Super off topic. I will wash all my clothes, get them washed, and then they will just be in the basket clean.
And for weeks.
And it's really like, okay, God bless you with all these clothes that you have, and you should be better stewardship of the things that you have. And sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, but I want this and I want that, and my home life is a wreck. It's in shambles. And or even I had to recently do something with my car. I got a ticket. I got a ticket because I didn't have my license expired. And luckily it wasn't a ticket. It was just a citation. But I don't ever want to extend God's grace like that. I have to handle it so it's just little things like that where sometimes when there's quiet seasons, God really just may want you to work, but He's never not working. Am I talking too much?
No, we're supposed to talk. I remember my quiet season, I work since I was 11, 12, I think was the first job that I got in the industry as a modeling and always work in Brazil. I'm a workaholic.
Oh, yeah, you get it. Okay, we're right here.
Workaholic. And but I was putting a lot of my identity in my work.
Let's talk about it, Angel. They gotta hear this. They have to hear this.
Yeah, so my value was if I'm not doing anything, then I'm not good enough. Or so I was always doing and booking and doing big stuff. And there's two lessons in that, right? Because I made a lot of money, and I spent woohoo, not having the discernment for the future. not crazy, but yeah, I do buy a lot of stuff I didn't need. If I think now, like, why you just didn't invest that? I would always invest in the music. That's the first thing, right? Invest in the music, photos, videos, but never had the plan, like how I'm gonna outsource that, or how I'm gonna get money back from that. You know, like the investor mentality. I was just like putting. Or even my personal finances. I was just spending, not knowing like where's my money going. Wow, why is my card like this? Why is this bill? Who spent all this? You know. So I had to learn, first of all, your value is not in what you do. Like, who are you and your essence? Doesn't matter. Like, if you cannot sing anymore, if you cannot dance anymore,
that
like you were still loved. Like the creator loved your family, your friends love you for who you are. It's not because you dance or because you sing, because you know, do all of those things. And with the money, I had to get it right. Like, okay, what's the plan now? You know, what it goes to the bills, what it goes to the music, what it goes, you know, for investing. Because I was like, how I'm expecting to get this big check that I'm gonna change my life, or this deal, if I don't know how to manage what I have right now. So you learn the finance, you learn how to
budget,
and then you're capable to handle what I have for you. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that was my lesson.
Angel, people needed to hear that. You're gonna help set some people free. I think that is I've seen that happen so many times with up and coming artists and even content creators, where they place a lot of their identity in what they do. That is a very scary place to be in. Yeah. I was there as well. I used to do that so much. I couldn't see myself outside of what I was good at. Thank God we are delivered. Because now I was just talking to my mom about this too, of like, I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel like the most interesting thing about me is like just what I do. You know, I think that is a part of me that I display, but that is not all of me. And that is not all of who I am. And those who I get to witness that are truly people that, you know, I have in my corner and that love and support me. But that is a very big thing. How did you find your way out of not placing your identity in what you do anymore?
That really shook me when I lost my dad. In 2024.
Wow.
And I have to fly home last minute because he was in the hospital, and then one day my sister was like, hey, he had to go to the ICU. They intubated him. So I took the first flight, and we were like for 15 days, and he was unconscious. And it was just me, my sister, my brother, and my mom. And then you start thinking like, wow, yo, I live here, it's going to be 15 years. Like, how many moments I didn't have with them, or like Christmas, or because I was here just, my dreams, I got to do this, I got to do that, which they support. And in the end, it's you and the people you love. It's not your work.
Wow.
It's not the dance. It's not the fans. It's not how many awards you have. It's like it's the people that impact your life and your family. Wow. And I'm like, I've been so focused on this, I didn't even focus in me, have my own family.
Right.
You know? Me and my doggies.
Oh, yes.
And because I always have my dad in my corner, so I was never like in rush, you know, like for a man. Like, of course I want a man. I did it wrong. But at some point, I was like, I got someone in my corner. Like, I have that masculine, you know?
Yes.
And that was like, I didn't want to do anything after that. I didn't want to dance. I didn't want to record. It took me a while, like, to go back to record. Because I was like, I just want to live my life.
Yeah.
Now. Like, I just want to travel.
Wow.
And because in the end of the day, It
Oh my God, you
doesn't
can make me cry.
Yeah, I
No, for
almost.
real. That's some real. That's so real. Wow.
Because we're doing all this, and it's in the
Yeah.
Bible, right? There's a
Yeah.
verse in the Bible that say that we do so much, but it's
Ecclesiastes.
everything is in vain.
Yep, everything's futile. Yep.
Yeah, we like running after things that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I had to
Take a pause.
to realign myself. Yeah, do
Yeah.
it because you love, but like that's not everything.
Yes.
Like there's other important things.
Yeah. I always say, I'm like, when I'm not a music artist, I'm an auntie. I have really beautiful nieces and nephew, and they are definitely like a big part of my world for sure. They're in the Bay too, but I totally, wow, hats off to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Thank you. You work with Kehlani, Coldplay,
Oh, yeah,
and contribute with Jordan Sparks' number one album. What did those rooms teach you?
Ooh, like what did each collaboration teach me?
Yeah. Like being in that environment.
So first the Kehlani and the Coldplay thing. So I was actually, I want to say 17, 17, 18. And I was a part of Oakland School for the Arts. I went to school there, high school, and they had a big choir that was at that school. And so since it's an art school, that was my place, was the music department. And Kehlani wanted a real choir for her album, and Coldplay did for the show. And so being a part of that experience was just so incredible, because at such a young age, like 16, 17, I really got to experience what it'd be like to work with real artists before I even made artistry my own. So that's been so exciting. And Kehlani's from Oakland, California, like me as well. So it was just a really big deal. And so I definitely, one thing that taught me, like I said, was just learning how to perform and work with artists at a very young age, and successful ones that have made very big names for themselves. And who was the last? Oh, Jordan Sparks. So Jordan Sparks, being in the room with her, that was such a completely different experience, because now I'm all grown up, and that was so beautiful, because number one, I had just graduated college, and that was one of like the first sessions I did after college. And I was with me, her, and other songwriters as well. And she definitely let me be a part of the project, and I think being very young and maybe not having as much experience, she let me do that. Every time I look back at that taught me to always be open and to never be afraid, even if you feel like you're not ready yet. I always struggled with imposter syndrome. I struggled saying it too. Yeah, I've always struggled with imposter syndrome. So when that happened, and then it got considered for a Grammy this year it did. Last year I don't know what year we are anymore. Whatever. But no, I remember just to always carry that forward as well. Whenever I get to that status, if I ever see a kid like me that wants to really participate and do something like that with their lives, I want to be that what she was for me. Yeah. Yeah. She let me do it, and now I'm on the credits, and I just always remember, I'm like, I want to be like her. I want to do that for another, kid. Another yeah. That was incredible.
Love it. She seemed like to be a sweetheart.
Oh my gosh. I think Jordan Sparks is one of like the nicest celebrities I've ever met. Ever met. And we see them a lot in our circle. Yeah. So when we meet really nice ones, it is kind of hard to come by.
Yeah, it's weird.
Respectfully.
Yeah, it's weird. Was there ever a moment you questioned your path? Talking about your syndrome.
Yes. There's been a lot of moments. I feel like, even if I'm being honest, they happen even sometimes frequently, where I have to really just remind myself to keep having faith in what God gave me, because I think as artists too, it's hard for us to ever feel like we really are successful, I mean, obviously looking back and listing the accounts like we have to all the time of the things that we've done, there is a lot of successful moments and that we are successful. But I definitely think when it comes to me and wait, what was the question again?
A moment that you question.
Yes. No, but yeah, I've definitely had a lot of moments where I questioned my path and my journey. But that's where it kind of goes in with the whole purpose identity thing. Just to remember what I'm here for and why I'm doing it always keeps me on the right track, for sure. Yeah.
Well, you're still young. But I was like, what would your younger self need to hear right now?
Ooh, do it scared. Do it scared. I know things may scare you. Certain opportunities may scare you. Don't shy away from them. You got it. And trust God. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
I always say, if you weren't ready, God wouldn't give you the
Exactly.
opportunity.
Yeah.
So just go and do it. And even if something wrong's happen, that's a learning. But you ready.
Yeah, you're ready.
You're ready. In your
man.
path.
Even when you feel like you may not be good enough, there's so many people in this world. Really think about this. Just again, perspective. I love perspective because it really sets you free. When you think about so many people in this world, do you see that one girl that went to the Super Bowl because she sang, I think it was like a coconut water commercial.
Oh, yeah.
And she just made a jingle, a 30-second jingle on her phone on TikTok. That jingle got placed in the real national commercial at the Super Bowl. And then she went to the Super Bowl and sang it at the Super Bowl. And I'm just, that's why do it whenever, even if you don't feel ready, because there's people that are making their life happen with a lot less than what you got. So do it scared and do it knowing that, God's giving you the strength and the tools you need to conquer that opportunity for sure. And if it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. But at least you did it.
The gates is not being kept anymore like before.
Yeah, never.
Now you never know.
Yeah.
When the opportunity can come.
Absolutely.
Like, just make your own opportunity.
Yeah, make your own. Yeah.
There's anything in your journey you would have done differently now that you know better?
Ooh, yes. There's a lot. I would say budgeting for sure. I think when I first started making headway in the industry, I was really young and, I was just a college student and I was writing for music for different TV shows, different apps, different theme shows. I was like freshman year of college already in the industry already. It was quick, and I think I didn't really have anybody to walk me through how to take that money, invest it in certain things and what royalties mean, how to really navigate the business. So I think I would have just probably made myself learn more about music business because it was really great. Like I didn't think back then when I was getting those opportunities, when I was like, 19, 20. Yeah, it's like 1920. So like 6 years ago, whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, like most people will get a placement, right? Like that's just, I'm thinking out the gate, like this is what it is. I get a DM because I was posting on Instagram a lot and I was just getting DMs from like NBC The Voice and like different opportunities, right? of songwriting. And I was just taking them, saying yes. And I was getting my songs on different showcases and I was just getting placements, just doing me, right? But no one talked to me about the business. So I'm just like, doing things all wrong.
Yeah, did they take a lot of advantage?
I think a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. And I think they also knew there was a sense of youngness to me. I didn't really know. I'm also didn't grow up in the music industry. This is, I think one of the first people in my family to be like this heavily involved in the industry as much as I am, right? And I do feel like there was just a lot of things budgeting wise I would have talked myself about and music business. I would have made myself learn it more. So that is one thing. And another thing I would say is yeah, get closer with God earlier. Get closer with God, go to church. Yeah, make spirituality a priority. And let relationships take the lead later. I feel like
Oh yeah.
I was also a really big lover girl when I was like earlier on, and I just feel like not that's not bad. It's not bad. It's not the worst thing to be a lover girl, but it's also like when it's not your time yet, it can be the worst thing. And when you still have a lot of like healing to do.
Oh yeah. Cause we think but then you carrying scars that you didn't have to.
When I started getting therapy, when I
myself.
started getting therapy, I literally was like, I had no business being in relationships or trying to when I was in them. So now, it's a much peaceful place. But yeah, I think I would have told my younger self, you got a lot going for yourself, just keep, staying focused. Because one of the things too, I would get complaints about when I would date was like, oh, like you're too focused. Which, okay,
Yeah.
if you are dating somebody, right?
That wants to be somebody.
Yeah.
In this business.
And so, but like, I think Billie Eilish said something about how maybe it was like a couple years ago. I don't know how she feels now, but I saw an interview where she was like, I don't want to date right now because it'd be a little selfish of me. And I don't want to just make everything about myself in a relationship. But that was I guess I found that very wise of her because I feel that way. And I kind of wish my younger self knew, being selfish isn't always a bad thing in certain moments of your life. Like there's going to be moments for, relationships, family, love, or just all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's okay to be like, okay, the love I'm going to get is from my family and my friends.
Yeah.
That's where my love is coming from. And this is going to be my moments. But I feel like God snapped me back pretty fast. But yeah, those are just a couple of things. Yeah, I have a lot, but those are like the main three.
I wish I would have done that too.
Yeah.
Because I'm the opposite. I feel like love is my kryptonite.
Yeah.
Kryptonite.
Yeah.
Like I'm really focused. I'm doing my thing, but I'm really giving too. So if I'm with someone, I make the time. Then when I see I'm giving more than I should, I don't absolutely cancel myself, but it is the focus.
Yes.
That's why I'm like, okay, God, it has to be someone that is ambitious like me. We're going to be like a powerful couple and push each other.
Right.
Because if not.
Yeah, no. And that is something where, man, yeah, I'm definitely taking a break from all of the dating world, but I know when I get back into it, it's just we have to see eye to eye on some things, especially when it comes to our work and our jobs, because dating as a music artist, it's like not everybody's comfortable dating a singer.
No, and the person cannot be insecure.
Yes, they can't be insecure. They can't be all the
or controlling because no, we know too many people, guys and girls and sessions, and if you're not comfortable with me being a person
right,
like that's gonna be hard. So
right,
you gotta be someone secure of themselves. What are you working at the moment?
Oh my goodness, so I have a lot of upcoming projects. So I have an EP coming out this April. I'm really excited about it, and still acting as well. So just getting ready for some different like films I'm going to be acting in. And I'm also doing my organization, Cheetah the Street, which I'm really excited about. It is basically a program where I get other musicians like myself, and we perform and use the proceeds to give back to homelessness and people that are dealing with unhousing in Los Angeles. So those are some of the few things that I'm working on, and overall just maintaining my artistry. I'm really excited to drop new music, drop more visuals, and overall just curate more of my brand this year. Yeah.
And how everybody can support you.
Yes, so you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Chizuko Music. That's Chizuko Music. And my TikTok is It's Chizuko. And make sure you guys listen to all of my digital streaming platforms, Chizuko, Chizuko.
Yes.
Woo!
Go support.
Yes.
Was a pleasure having you
Thank
here.
you so much.
I love
This
the
was
conversation.
so good. This
Thank
was really
you.
good. I feel like this is going to be a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to inspire a lot of people. And you guys, thank you for watching. And I see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.